Hello and good day. In our previous two videos with regards to setting up quizzes and managing quizzes, we saw how we could create a quiz, how we could put in questions into a quiz directly on the e-learning platform, or how we could import an already set questions from somewhere else into the Moodle platform. Now, in this third video, I'm going to explain how we can make some changes to the settings so that it can suit our mid-semester purpose. By default, the options that they have provided for a quiz suit a quiz, whereby after the student has gone through the quiz, he or she must see a review of the right answers and any feedback and all that. Now, that might not suit the purpose of mid-semester because if somebody should do that and then make a screenshot to the colleagues, that will be a disaster for the corps. So let's see how we can make some of these changes. Now, before then, let's see how it looks like when a student takes a quiz. So I'm in here as a student. I go into the course, I see the quiz, I start the quiz. And now let's see how it goes. So now the questions start appearing. I see the time running. So let me start quickly, start doing something. So now I move next. After that, I see the next one. I move next. Now the student can decide to navigate to any question of his choice. So I want to go to question 5. So I can click here, go to question 5, and then I can answer question 5. After that, I can move next. I can also move previous to go and answer another question the way I want it. So the person can move anyhow, both moving moving to previous page or next page, and so on and so forth. Now, this is at the disposal of the student to do. Now, this we'll see how we can change this. If you wish to change it, have it change. So now I can just simply do this. And once your time elapses or you finish the quiz, then the system will give you a review of all that you have done in the quiz plus your score. So now the person scored 2 out of 10, and then it starts question 1, providing you the question, providing the options, and whether you got it right, and then the right answer at the bottom of it. So question, let's say these questions, yes. So this question, I attempted it, question 5. My answer I chose is this and it's wrong. And it gives me the right question also. Okay. So this is what the system provides for you. And this is available to the student. So the student can have access to this at any point in time. So even when the person is out of the quiz, come back later to the quiz, and then the person can see a review there. Can actually take him to the questions, actual questions. They are the right answers the lecturer provided and the student's answer that he or she chose. So this is what happens in the case of a quiz. Okay, now this must be avoided if you want to use this mechanism or this quiz structure in a Moodle platform to do a mid semester because somebody can easily screenshot this to the colleagues. Somebody can sacrifice himself or herself and be the first person to answer and get the right answers. Then the rest of the class can now go and then just be supplying you right answers for all questions. And that is not going to enhance the integrity of the exam. And so to avoid this, we will need to go and make changes at the settings of the quiz. And so let's see how that is done. So I'm going to go in as a lecturer now and then now attempt to do that. So let me go back. Let me leave this page. And now I'm in as a lecturer. So as a lecturer, when I go in, I will see when I click on the quiz, you will see the settings here, and then you select edit settings. Then if you want to block the navigation so that they move in one direction, so you have to answer question 1. After that, question 2 follows, 3 follows in that order. You cannot also come back to the previous question. Now, the reason for that could be that if they have enough time after solving maybe the questions, they have enough time, they can come back and then make references now to books and then correct their errors in the previous ones because maybe the person has finished, he has about 20 minutes remaining. The person can be going back to and now actually consult books or friends or make calls to people and then be getting answers for the other one. So if you use the one that you can move in only one direction, we call it sequential. If you use a sequential navigation method, then the person cannot have the chance to come back to any question again. Okay, so now this is what happens. So we go to the layout, and then by default you will see the first one, which is that every question is on a new page. We click on the show more, and then we select the navigation method sequential. By default, it is free. So that means they can go back and forth and so on and so forth. So now when you choose sequential, that's that one. Then the next option that do not display the questions and the right answers and the wrong answers after the quiz is found at the review options. So when you go to the review options, we have three of them. Immediately after the attempt, that's the quiz. Later, when the quiz is still open, or after the quiz is closed. So we have to disable some options here. And what probably we want the student to see will be his marks or his or her marks only. Because of the purpose of what we want to use the quiz for as a mid semester, we only display your mark. So you got 2 out of 10. That's it. It will not show the questions you got right, those that you got wrong, and then the right answer. So we'll have to disable. So in this case, we'll disable everything from here. So we'll disable all of this with the exception of the mark. So you see only your marks. So the same way, I'll disable everything from here and leave only your marks. So I'll disable everything from here and leave only your marks. Good. So now when I save this changes I've done so far, then we will allow the student to do another, or the student to another student, or we allow the student to do another quiz, and let's see what happens. So for me to allow the same student, because I want to use the same account, student account, when I click on the quiz, I will see attempt. This is where you can get your grading and everything done for you. So as you can see here, I can see that only one person has attempted, and that is his name here. And then it will tell me his overall grade. Then question by question, I will see all that he did in that one. And I can download this information in Excel or CSV file, whatever format that you want. You can do this one from there. So now if I want to remove him from the attempt and allow him to reattempt or do it again, then I will select him or the number of people, then I'll click on delete selected attempt so that he can enter it again. Otherwise, he cannot do the quiz again because in the setting up the quiz, I said it should be done or it should be attempted only once, and that's it. So now I'm going to ask the student to go back in, and then now we'll see how the new restrictions we have placed will take effect. Okay, so now I go back to my page as a student, then I attempt to log in or do the quiz again. So because the lecturer has deleted it, I am allowed. So now I am in again. I attempt the quiz. So this time, as you can see, the navigation is no more working. Means I must move in one direction, forward direction. So now assuming I select the answers, maybe let's go through this quickly. Yes, so I put this one to there. Yes, I put this one there. So I can move in only one direction. There's no previous, I can't come back. Once I answer a question, that's it. He has accepted it, recorded it, and that's all. And so that's it. So the student has no freedom to move around and come back and make corrections, call a friend, and no, it won't work here. So you must answer it and move. And your time is counting. So if you delay to, the time will elapse, and that's it. So this is what you can do. This is the first one. Now, assuming that my time has elapsed or I have submitted it for final processing or marking. So I have done my final attempt. So in this case, my time is elapsed. That's it, time is up. So once the time is up and the quiz is closed, it only returns your score. It does not give you the chance to see the question by question options and that. And that's it. So I only got 5 out of 10. As to whether it was question one I got right, question two I got right and wrong, it won't show. You will not even see the full list of questions and their options. This is very crucial for the purpose of the next semester because even somebody should see the list of questions. I'm not sure you want to waste your time to screenshot every page that comes. And so That is what the student can have. And so later on, if you feel like everybody has taken the mid semester, then you can enable those options again for them to go and see the review. And that is very simple. The lecturer can go back. So now after this, let me just show you that one also. So let's say I go back to my course as a this is the student. So I'm here as a course in the course. When I click on the mid semester again, I'll still see only my marks. So I won't see the review. And that is how what the lecturer has done. So if after the week has ended, the lecturer decides to go back. So now I can decide to go back and turn it off so that now they can see the review. So I can come back to the course, the mid semester, select the edit gear and then edit settings, and then I go in there, change back the settings, the review options. So I go back there, allow them to see everything. So I allow everything now. So now I allow everything. They should see the correct answers and everything. And this could be after everyone has taken the mid semester. So that now I don't have any problem with you screenshotting. Whilst the week is open and mid semester is being is live, people are answering, nobody should see the question. So now after this, if the student logs back in and then decides to click on the mid semester again, now the person will see review. And then at this time, the person can now see question by question the right answer you chose, the wrong answers you chose, and then the correct answer from the lecturer, and so on and so forth. And this is basically how to tighten the security of the quizzes so as it can serve the purpose of the mid semester that we want to do. Thank you.